Hi there. So recently we published a white paper regarding converting from Excel files in your business processes to a database. One of the clients that we referenced in that white paper was a company called EB Display. And I brought the main project developer for that project here, David. So David, can you explain a little bit about what we're looking at here and talk a little bit about what they were doing with Excel?
So when we first got there, everything, all their processes, all their project management was kind of funneling through Excel sheets. And what you're looking at right now is a master schedule sheet that was manually updated, and then you have to email them over to a professional administrator to update the schedule. We took this and we gave them a dynamic dashboard so they could actually dynamically look at their schedule in a much more efficient manner than what they were doing.
So when they started a project, it was started with a project request, right? And this is one Excel sheet that is it's a project. So you see the details about the project and you see notes related to a project.
So what would happen is when they get a request for a project, they'd build an Excel sheet, and every time there was an update, whatever it was, they had to make a whole new Excel sheet for that. Any change that would happen within the project, there was a whole new Excel sheet that had to be printed and handed to the people that were working on it.
So then that would become a production order, which has additional details. They would duplicate that record, right? And same thing would happen there.
So they had on average somewhere around 10 to 15 spreadsheets per project request. And then for production orders, depending on how custom it was, they had between 10 to 15 as well. So sometimes there were between 10 to 30 different pieces of printed paper as well as different electronic files in Excel that they have to track for one project.
All right, so let's look at the after. So what are we looking at here?
What we have here is that as they get new potential customers or they have existing customers, they would be in the CRM, and the CRM is a contact place of a company that they have active projects, they have other contacts.
So we're tracking all notes related to the customer so that sales managers can look at tasks that people are completing, and you can see how many days since they were last touched. We can do reporting on segments, different sources, and different areas.
In their sales reports, they can kind of see and track much better now, and before they weren't tracking on this level.
So click this new project button and we're taken to the project screen. So instead of an Excel sheet, we now have a unified database record.
Absolutely. What we have here now is a live project request. The difference between this screen and what you saw on the Excel sheets is this is one job jacket. This is one project. We no longer have to have 15 different sheets. We built one job jacket from the project request all the way through to the end of production order. It'll track all the notes. They can schedule here within the project. This can be dynamically reported in a scheduling dashboard. They have various shipping information. They have digital documents. We have it all centralized. This will automatically create the shared folder for them.
Okay. And the scheduling is important because essentially you're defining a team that's associated with that. And once the team is defined, then you can have different dashboards by department that essentially takes over for this master schedule that's done manually. When you say, I want to put someone in, let's say, engineering and give them a task, automatically that's now in the engineering dashboard. And then they automatically get emailed when dates change. The system handles all of that for them.
So we refined multiple silo schedules and a handmade master schedule of those silo schedules in a one scheduling dashboard that can be sorted and refined based on department, based on division, based on person, based on date due. We have a status log that shows as you change statuses to track who changed it, when they changed it. For now they actually have a notes field for change orders within production, and they still have their old notes fields for the project requests they can reference. They have their digital documents. They still have their scheduling.
This gives you an idea of everything that you can accomplish in going from an Excel file to an automated system with unified data. There are many people who are accessing the system all at the same time live. When one person makes a change, everyone can see that all at the same time without having to email them a copy of a spreadsheet, and now that spreadsheet exists in 10 different places. So with a single database, you get all of those benefits, and you have levels of security.
Yeah. So that's a great point. This centralizes the information. The centralized information is one of the big advantages of what we created for them. As well as what Dan had mentioned as far as managerial reporting, we built in a lot of dashboards and a lot of managerial style reporting just for the managers to be able to kind of slice and dice this now centralized information in a much more dynamic, real-time way.
Okay, great. Well, David, you guys did a great job on this, and thanks for all your hard work.
Yeah, thank you.